Pisces, I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for April 2015. This month, I laid out the Rainbow Tarot spread for you and pulled an additional card from Doreen Virtue's Archangel Michael Oracle cards. If you'd like to learn more about me or schedule a private reading with me, please visit my website, theluckymermaid.com. If you should hear some unusual noises in the background over here, my dog is sound asleep and snoring. So I know sometimes people think they hear spiritual noises going on around, but right now it's just a snoring dog. So off to your reading, Pisces. The first card you have in your layout today is the Lovers card. And the Lovers is a card to me that symbolizes two people joined together in passion. This can be high highs and low lows. It could be a karmic relationship. There could be testing times here. There is an angel in the corner of the card looking down on them. That can also symbolize sometimes there's interfering people in your relationship, like either people are interfering, or it could be job interfering, or family members, children could interfere. It's, not always, but sometimes that can symbolize that, or exes coming back into the picture and, creating disruption. So don't lose faith or give up on love. You will know and be in tune and sense each other's wants and needs. You are drawn to each other like magnets or like moths to a flame. The superficial becomes trivial and unimportant now. You will bond together, and even if this is an affair that's fleeting, it will be of utmost importance to you and your soul growth. You will be united as one, and passions will run high. If it is long-lasting, it depends. This relationship could be a lifelong partnership as long as fears don't cloud the issue. This person is in your life right now or is entering very soon. I feel like you have to believe in yourself now more. I feel like there's something about you that's making you feel like you're losing faith in yourself. And this could be because it's the Lovers card in the area of romance. I feel like you're always butting heads with people or coming up against situations that don't make it like a smooth transaction for you. And I do pick up interference from outside sources, and for some of you Pisces out there. I hear you're listening to the wrong stories, or you're listening to people that are either giving you misinformation or are clouding your thinking. And I really feel like you need to listen to yourself and start trusting your own intuition and instincts here about partnerships in general, or if this person has entered your life. If you have other people that are trying to detract you from them or tell you it's not a good relationship, or the negative this or that, you have to clear out the naysayers and the people that are trying to manipulate you or control you or want you to do things a certain way. You're being kind of too easily influenced here, Pisces. I do feel like many of you Pisces, your energy is shifting, and that you're going to be making some kind of new start in the area of romance. You are going to be communicating with someone, and you are going to have a special bond that's going to develop and form. I feel that you're going to believe or feel that the spiritual connection between the two of you is strong here. You have to navigate some rough waters, because I feel that there's some people here that may not want to see this relationship get off the ground or succeed. And that could be on either one of your ends. It could either be on, your side of people around you, but it could also be on your partner's side, that they don't want to see it happen. Like there's definitely some tension here and wanting to stall or stop the relationship or, rattle it, coming in from other people, from other sources. I do feel that your interest in each other really shows and that you really enjoy being around each other and spending time with each other. And other people can see it and feel it. You can make a true connection in the real serious sense here. And some of you could be getting married, or this could be a serious lifelong, lifetime coupling here. This is a serious relationship. I don't feel that this is a passing phase or trivial. But as I said earlier, it all depends on if you can get past the fears and the interference that I pick up, because that will derail it, and then it could become prone to disrepair, like not being able to be repaired. So use your own thoughts and your own mind and your own feelings here, and try not to let your feelings be clouded by anybody that's trying to talk you out of it or convince you otherwise. And also for your partner, if you feel that they're getting manipulated, or people are trying to talk them out of the relationship with you, then speak up and say something to your partner, because this is a significant relationship for you, Pisces, and that's good news. I'm happy for you that you've met somebody that you can really make that connection with. That's important. Now, the next card you have in this layout is interesting. You have two major arcana cards here in your reading, and your second card is Temperance, and Temperance is the card of patience. It's also the card that shows God's divine power and principles working through you in what you're doing, thinking, saying, and creating. So it's patience and, like divine powers working through you. For some of you, I feel like you want to get yourself out of some kind of box that you feel like you're in. So some of you may be wanting to move out of your living space and maybe get a small apartment, or, rent someplace, or, even buy a new home. But I'm getting like really wanting to have your own space and getting out of some kind of box that you're in, or like feeling of, like you want something to change, shift and change for you. And I feel like you're coming to the realization that moving or leaving where you're living will really change you energetically and will be helpful to you. And like you want this energy to be your energy only, like not influenced by other people that have lived where you are or that do live where you are. I feel like you want to be separate and not have energies influencing you, but it comes up as in the space you're living, Pisces. That's how it comes up. I hear that you've had a tendency in your past to view that the grass is always greener on the other side. And I'm hearing that you have come to the conclusion that that was not always true, that it wasn't always the case, that you felt like the grass would be greener with a different partner, or out of this, being in a different situation. And sometimes that really hasn't turned out. Like you needed to stick to something longer than what you did. Now, I don't want to sound contradictory about the moving situation, because I actually do feel that that is a valid point. Sometimes for new things to come in, whether it's jobs, relationships, opportunities of other kinds, you do need to actually change where you live sometimes. It does happen quite a bit. I've heard this many times. So I do feel that is a valid point. But what they're referencing here is for situations that have gone on in the past for you, where you thought the job would be greener, or like the pastures were greener on the other side if you left the job you were in, or you left the relationship you were in. It just looks to me like sometimes that didn't really pan out in the long run to be true for you. Try to keep any negative feelings in check, or you might bring in tumultuous situations into your life, and you don't want to do that. You really need to stay positive and optimistic right now, Pisces, the best that you can. You're going through a metamorphosis and a change, and you're going through an internal shift. And I do believe that many of you Pisces can feel what I'm talking about. You may start to feel now that you have the power to change things, or more power than you did before to change things. For some of you Pisces, you may start to consider a whole new direction. If your life has been feeling out of balance or out of whack, it is now going to be turned right side up, and you will be feeling as if things are being corrected in your life. And you may have the feeling of having a stronger belief in what you're doing. Some long-awaited events are going to start to show up for you, Pisces, in this month of April and going into May. I also feel that there's a more deep-seated belief for you in your spirituality right now. And this is going to be growing and deepening for you. You're going to find yourself starting to feel at peace with certain events that have gone on in your life more than you ever did before. If you've had any people that have harbored any kind of secret grievances or judgments against you or about you, I feel like they're going to start to come out now and say some things to you. So if this could be in any sense, these could be family members that maybe have harbored some resentments against you and are going to speak up. It could be also any friends or coworkers that have had some negative feelings or judgments against you. They may start to come forward now and want to let you know, like things that maybe you said or did that hurt their feelings, or they didn't agree with or didn't like in the past. I feel in some cases you're going to wonder what took them so long to come out with it in some cases. I also hear you could be leasing a car or renting a property or both. So for some reason, if you've been in the past someone that always wanted to own your own vehicle or own your own home, I feel like you're going through this phase where you don't want to do that right now. And it could be for financial reasons, or because you're going through this metamorphosis and change, and things are shifting and changing with you. So you don't want to be pinned down in owning something right now. I don't feel this is always the case with you Pisces, but I feel like right now it's coming up in this reading for April 2015. I feel some of you, not all, some of you Pisces have been questioning your health and have had some health concerns crop up, and you've been starting to go see doctors, or concerned enough that you're going to start to see doctors, because I'm picking up that some of you Pisces are starting to worry about your health or how you're feeling. I feel that some of you Pisces need to loosen the reins a little bit on any things that you were like clamping down on the way you were thinking about things, like and feeling like if you like almost like you need to loosen up the grip on some of your thoughts and ideas that you've had about certain things. Like you need to like reorganize your thoughts a little bit, and like I say, loosen the grip on some of your thought processes, Pisces. I know that's a little weird of a message, but some of you may understand what it is I'm referring to here. Now, crowning your reading today, Pisces, you have the Eight of Swords. And that would kind of make sense with this card, even though I was picking it up off of Temperance, because Eight of Swords is being trapped. Eight of Swords is being trapped in a situation. It can be feeling like in an emotional prison, like you're trapped in an emotional prison. It could be feeling trapped in a situation that you can't get out of, like you want to get out of a situation, but you feel stuck and trapped. And there's unknown factors and forces at play here that you don't have all the facts, or there's secrets being kept from you, or you just don't know the whole story. Or the whole thing, everything's not revealed to you, so you're definitely stuck in a situation, which may be why some of you want to move and lease a car, lease an apartment, because you want to change this energy. And this is crowning your reading, so it is in a prominent spot. It's right at the top of your reading today. I hear that you have to realize that things that are happening, it's all in divine order and timing. And that you have to relax a little bit and believe in that. Have faith in divine order and divine timing. I feel that many of you Pisces are used to running the show or being in control or having things move in a pattern in which you want them to go. But I feel for some of you that those reins are being taken away from you, and you do not have the control you normally do or would like to have. You're feeling a little bit up in the air. And I feel that your feeling of not having total control is creating anxiety in you, Pisces. I'm picking up like a feeling of, I don't want to say dread. For some of you, it is a little dreaded feeling, but I definitely pick up anxiousness and anxiety coming up here. I feel some of you are eating yourself up and beating yourself up inside, like really, you're being really hard on yourself about certain things. This could be situations that happened in the past, or it could be even things right now in the present. But I definitely feel like you're kind of berating yourself, a little angry at yourself about certain things. Not everything going on in your life, but certain things. I feel that some of you Pisces are seeing that you created some dramas or issues that have gone on in your life yourself, that maybe you didn't want to see or face before, that you were responsible for some of the things that happened by some of the choices and decisions that you made. So it's not all across the board about everything in your life. It's only about certain areas. And I feel that these certain subjects or areas you're beating yourself up about. For some of you, it may be that you left a marriage you feel like you shouldn't have left. For some of you, it may be that you made a decision to cross the line and have an affair with somebody at your place of business or work, and this is coming back to haunt you, or it turned out to be a bad decision. Or some of you may be connecting with somebody you knew from long ago, and yet you're partnered with somebody now, but you struck up an affair with somebody you knew back when you were in high school, and you reconnected on Facebook, and it started something that maybe you really shouldn't have. It could be so many things. It could be you could be beating yourself up about not being honest or truthful about something to somebody that you cared about, or that you feel like you should have been forthcoming with information and you withheld it and didn't do it. So whatever it is, I just feel like some of you Pisces are in a bit of an emotional prison. I do feel you're beating yourselves up a little bit about some of the decisions you've made. I feel mainly in the past. I don't feel like they're right now. And I do feel like you do feel a bit trapped by your circumstances, and you want to get things moving on out, and that you want your energy to shift and change. And it actually is. It is happening. So You are getting out of the stuck position. Now, in the next card in the layout for April 2015 Pisces, you have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes an air sign male. This would be either a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. Or you could just be dealing with somebody that's having the traits right now of the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is somebody that he never comes in quietly, Pisces. He doesn't. He comes in like with a bang, or rushing in with, a lot to say. He usually has a lot of opinions. He likes to voice them. He can be very good at getting things going. He's an action person. He's got a lot of great ideas. He can be a great person to have on your team at work. If you're working with somebody, he can be a great coworker, or if you're the boss, he could be a great employee. He's got a lot of psychic ability. He can see into the future really well. He's a great visionary. He's got great mental picture. He's very good at visualizing, and he could also be very good with clairvoyance, of communicating with the deceased and or seeing spirits as well. And truth is usually an issue with any of the swords, whether it's a page, a knight, a queen, a king, they all have that sword wanting to pierce through and get to the truth. Now, if he's operating from the negative side of the Knight of Swords, he can come in with a host of problems. His opinions could be unwelcome. He could cause trouble because he might have like a cloud of calamity hanging around him that he brings into the story. He can also be very prone to scattered energy, scattered thinking, and he can also be prone to not telling the truth if he's operating from the negative side of the Knight of Swords. I feel that this Knight of Swords is screaming for attention from you, and he wants you to drop everything you're doing and pay attention to him. For some of you, I feel this is a son. For some of you, I feel it's a brother. If it's not a brother or a son, it's a nephew or a very close friend to you that's almost like family. I don't see a romantic thing here with this Knight of Swords. I'm not picking that up. At least the other things come way first before that. I feel like he wants you to notice what he can do. Like, listen to me, look at me, see what I'm doing. And I feel that in some cases, he wants you to place him somewhere. So if you own your own business, he wants you to give him a job and put him in a position where he can prove himself and work for you. For some of you, I just feel like he wants your attention and wants you to mentor him and take him under his wing. Whether you're related to him or not, it doesn't matter. He's looking up to you. He wants you to recognize him and you to pay attention to him. That's what comes up the strongest here first. I do feel like you're eager to help him, and I do feel like you would like to give him the boost that he needs, and also see a boost to his income, a boost to his finances. I do pick up that you have interest in seeing him succeed all the way around. I feel there's a great deal of respect you have for each other, and I do feel that you can trust him. He's genuine. He's a genuine friend. Whether he's your son or a nephew or related to you or not, I do get he's genuine and he's a genuine friend. So I don't see this Knight of Swords coming in as a negative person. He's coming in a positive way, but he does want your attention. He does want you to listen to him and mentor him or give him some kind of employment or even to just give him accolades and praise. He could be looking for you to, kind of stroke his ego and tell him you're doing a good job and you're doing the right thing. I feel there's a great deal of him wanting to impress you comes up here. I feel that you're always on the go and always on the move with this guy, and I feel that he is a great taskmaster, or that the two of you make a good team together, doing things together comes up here. You also may be helping him get something he wants to do off the ground, like if he wants to start his own business, or if he wants to go to college and needs help from you to help fund his college education. Regardless of what it is, I feel that you want to see him succeed and you're going to help him, whether it's through giving him a job, whether it's through mentoring him, whether it's for giving him financial assistance or signing a loan for schooling or to start a new company or business. I do feel that you will do that, and I don't feel that this is a negative thing here. Now, for the outcome of the tarot portion of your reading today, Pisces, you have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords to me is a card that symbolizes a rest and recuperation or a meditative state, a pause. It's, it can be healing. I feel for many of you, you may have dithered a little bit too long, or you need to get out of some kind of funk or some kind of restrictive thinking. And I do feel that you need to get yourself moving and pushing things along in your life in some way. The word procrastination comes up here. So if any of you Pisces have been procrastinating about something, the spirit guides are mentioning it, so it's something to think about. I feel like you Pisces are going to know what I'm referring to here. I feel in some situations your ego has gotten the better of you, and that you really needed to take a step back and a step away from some unhealthy or kind of dramatic situations. I feel that some of you have been taking a rest and a recuperation and contemplating your next steps. And I feel that you've been reviewing some things and analyzing some things in your mind. And I feel like you're getting ready to take some important steps that involve what's going to happen for you in your future, like taking some action steps. But this is like, it's coming up here in the cards like for this month, but I feel like you've already done this. I feel like you've already been reviewing and thinking about what you need to do next and getting your mind organized about what you want to do and how you're going to move forward. I feel for some of you Pisces, you've had some underlying stress that have caused you to run amok or, scatter your energies and thinking and maybe make some haphazard decisions or mistakes or not handle things exactly the way you would have in the past. And I feel that these underlying stresses have actually eaten away at you and caused you some health issues. For some of you Pisces that are experiencing some physical issues, I feel stress is the underlying cause. And I do personally happen to believe in the mind-body connection here. And so I want to say, I think this is why you're having some of these health issues come up, because I do believe in that connection. I feel that you did need a break from reality and also kind of like a reality check as well. I feel that you want to be very stable and grounded and decisive about the next decisions and moves that you're going to make in your life. And I feel that you have really been mulling them over. I don't feel like you're going to make any quick decisions off the cuff, Pisces. I don't feel that. I feel that you will be moving forward with purpose and direction, and you're not the only sign to get that. For this month, it's very prominent for a lot of the signs. I don't know how much moving forward you're doing in this month. I feel like yours is at the end of April or once you go into May, I feel like then things really start to progress and move forward for you, and the directions that you want to take, you're going to start mapping them out and executing them. I do feel that you want to show people that you're somebody that can be counted on and relied upon, and that you're somebody that has upstanding values and purpose. And I do feel that you want to be seen that way. So that's what's coming up off of the Four of Swords. Now for your outcome with the Doreen Virtues Archangel Michael Oracle cards, you have the card of Sense of Humor came up for you today, Pisces. And the prayer here on this card says, "Thank you for helping me see the humor in this situation so I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I am willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy." Wow, I really think that card makes a lot of sense from the other messages that came up here for you, Pisces. So I find that very interesting. I do feel that you are going to be believing in yourself again. Any hope that you have that was lost in yourself is now going to be renewed. I get the words liberation. I feel like you're being liberated, your soul, your spirit, mentally, emotionally, in all sense. I feel there's a great deal of liberation around you right now, Pisces. I do feel that a lot of people are going to start being on board with what you're doing and saying. And I do feel that you're going to be attracting some attention. And for some of you, this will be from the opposite sex. Or if that doesn't make sense to you, let's just put it this way. Interest in you romantically speaking. Who's ever interested in you romantically speaking, whatever your sexual orientation is, will be attracted to you. You're going to be attracting attention. People are listening to you, looking at you, watching you, and wanting to get to know you, wanting to hear what you have to say, wanting to talk to you, wanting to know more about you and your history. I feel that your virility is coming back, and your sense of stamina. So if you felt like your virility and your stamina have like kind of drifted away, especially if you haven't been feeling well, Pisces, if you haven't been well, it could be dissipated because of that. I feel like you're now starting to regain that strength and that, getting your mojo back. Let's put it that way. I feel like it's coming back to you now, and you're starting to get stronger and feeling like you're rebuilding yourself. You may even start to do some form of exercise or strength building or strength training to build yourself back up, because I feel like you're trying to get that going in yourself again. Like you're trying to rebuild your strength and regain your confidence in yourself as well, because I feel like your confidence really has gotten depleted a little bit too, Pisces. I'm not really sure why, but it definitely seems like you're going through the gambit of things here in this reading. If I had to coin your reading in a few words, I would definitely say healing from within, and strengthening and rebuilding yourself, and clearing out the words of other people that have caused to confuse you or create disruptions in your life. I feel like that's basically what's going on here with this reading today. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Pisces, and I hope that it made sense. I want to say thank you so much for watching and sharing my videos. Thank you for liking them and for subscribing to my channel. I do appreciate that. Thank you for Google Plusing. If you'd like to learn more about me or schedule a private reading with me, please visit my website, theluckymermaid.com. I hope you have a fantastic month of April, Pisces, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.